So, jetzt nehme ich auch wieder auf und mache dann mal wieder weiter. Ich hoffe, dass jetzt wirklich alle wieder da sind. Während noch nicht alle wieder da waren, bin ich auf der Weltkarte schon mal rumgefahren und habe diesen Baum gefunden, den ich finden sollte. Der nämlich so eine geheime Passage nach Nisan enthält. Oh. Now I see why you came down to the surface. Alright, I understand you. But Karan Ramses taking over the post of aRdW is pretty annoying. The home country might have had some special reasons. Yeah, obviously. But perhaps there's still a chance of success. You and I, who used to be called elements at the Commander's Training School Jugend, are both here. Hope you are right. By the way, she is still... According to Faye, there was a female aide on Karan's side, and he said that she had indigo blue eyes and hair, so it must be her. So all the old Elements members are on the surface world now. I guess so. Yuga. To be honest with you, she scares me. She supports Kar and is kind to anyone, I know that very well. Kar is Ramsus. But sometimes I felt a strange fear in her. That bothers me more than Kar being in this land. That cannot be true, not in her. Yeah, I don't want to believe it either. But don't you remember how I could always sense these things quite accurately? Right. By the way, have you told the young one yet? No, not yet. I don't want him to worry until we know exactly what Solaris' objectives really are. But I have to tell him eventually though. Anyway, Hugo, have you gotten any information? Not really. I left there before going into the center section. Oh, interessant. Hey. Oh, it's you, Bart. Don't scare me. Sorry, Dory. It sounds like Sig and your doctor friend know each other pretty darn well. Sig. Damn, I thought I knew everything about that guy. When did Doc get back? Reverb ist immer noch nicht da, fällt mir auf. Das muss ich dann halt bis zum nächsten Mal hinkriegen. Ich habe echt jedes Mal Hausaufgaben hier. I'll complete the remaining checks on board. I'll leave the rest up to you, Mason. As you wish, I will have the honor of accompanying the others. Okay. Bartholomew, healthy as ever, I hope? Yeah, how's the town? Since we got word several days ago that there might be an army advancing from the royal capital, the sect's representatives have been in discussion. What have they come up with? For now, they just plan to improve the local defenses. Also, anti-Shakan people have been gathering here, probably because they heard about what's going on. That's reassuring. Yes. However, the residents are starting to feel uneasy. People are starting to take refuge up north in the mountains. Can't blame them. By the way, how is Margaret? Better than we thought, but I know she was in a lot of grief. And there she is. Margaret, I'm so glad you're safe. Thanks. All the townspeople are overjoyed by the Great Mother's return. Dann gehen wir mal nach Nisan. Ist übrigens schöne Musik hier und auch eine schöne Stadt. Mit einem großen See, wie man sieht. Das hätte ich gerne mal in aktueller Skyrim-Grafik gesehen. Das sähe bestimmt cool aus. Aber auch in der Grafik hier finde ich das immer noch sehr hübsch hier. Musik stottert ein bisschen. Und da ist ein kleiner Rand oben und unten. Das sollte eigentlich auch nicht so sein. Naja, das ist halt, womit wir leben müssen, wenn wir Sachen auf Emulator spielen. Es gibt immer mal solche Problemchen. kriege ich jetzt auch gerade nicht weg. Ja. Ich habe Skyrim halt jetzt vor kurzem wieder auf der Switch gespielt, deswegen ist mir das gerade als erstes in den Sinn gekommen, weil das da immer noch ziemlich cool aussieht. Für die Switch vor allem auch. Gab es teilweise echt Stellen. Also klar sieht es nicht so gut aus wie auf dem PC mit entsprechenden Mods vor allem, aber trotzdem beeindruckend. Aber halt aktuelle Grafik. Jetzt hier nicht so rumbotzen im Hintergrund. Und ich glaube... Ach, das, was gerade so ein komischer blauer Rand ist, sollte wahrscheinlich eigentlich schwarz sein. Keine Ahnung, woher das jetzt kommt. Egal, ignorieren wir das. Sieht man das überhaupt im Stream? Das ist jetzt gerade eine gute andere Frage. Ja. Oh, beim Stream ist er nur unten. Egal, nicht über blaue Ränder aufregen. Weitermachen. Wow, it's been such a long time since I left here. Yay! Well, first of all, we should accompany Margaret up to meet the sisters. Huh? What is it, old Mason? Goodness gracious me. To think that little Miss Margaret was finally able to return here. It is so awfully moving. Hey, pull yourself together, old man. Forgive me, how terribly embarrassing. I couldn't help it. I shall go back and give some instructions to the men left on the ship. Please, young master, go ahead and escort Miss Margaret up to see the sisters. Excuse me now. Tschüss. Tja. Sentimental. Oh, kann ich... Nee, ich kann mich noch nicht bewegen. Jetzt kann ich mich bewegen. Juhu. Ist eigentlich auch ganz cool, sich hier umzugucken und so ein bisschen mit den Leuten zu reden. Ist eine hübsche Stadt. Ich werde aber trotzdem, wie gesagt, also, was heißt wie gesagt, wie schon in Daisel, jetzt nichts dergleichen machen, außer vielleicht einmal kurz hier rumlaufen und euch ein ganz bisschen zeigen, wie das hier so aussieht, aber Story soll weitergehen, also rede ich direkt mit den Leuten, wo es hier weitergeht. Oh, Bart, I'm glad you're well. Man kann hier auch, es wurde vorhin gesagt, dass der Rat von der Stadt oder so sich gerade diskutiert, was sie machen sollen. Man kann sogar das Haus finden, wo die das machen und so ein bisschen mitlauschen. The people at the hidden port contacted us just before you came into town. I've already contacted the monastery. Please take Margie up there as soon as possible. She'll be so happy, not to mention the sisters. I must hurry and see the sisters. Na dann, auf geht's. Das Lied ist toll. Margie? Ich finde es ganz cool gemacht, dass der Chor jetzt abbricht. Und dadurch man halt, ja, das also bedeutet, dass die das tatsächlich gerade gesungen haben. Margie, I'm back, everyone. Oh, Margie, we're so glad you're safe. Yes, it is all thanks to Bart and his man. We just received word, so we were singing a hymn of praise and joy. We're so happy, oh, what a relief. Und da ist Sister Agnes. Welcome back, Margie. We had faith that you and your cousin Bart would one day return safely. We and your other friends have been waiting for you. Sister Agnes. Unfortunately, your mother and the blessed royal mother are fucking dead. I know, Sister Agnes. I heard about it at the royal capital. But at least I have made it back. I'll never go anywhere or leave you from now on. Ja, der Schakan hatte halt so bei seinem Machtputsch oder was auch immer durchaus dann eben auch angefangen zu versuchen, die königliche Familie so richtig auszuradieren, soweit ich das verstehe. Deswegen sind ja auch Barts Eltern tot. Und Margie wollte er auch erstmal ordentlich auspeitschen lassen und sowas. Ich nehme mal an, dass er die nur nicht umgebracht hat, weil er noch das mit dem Jasper rausfinden wollte. I won't make you all worry anymore, ever again. Bless you, my dear. Sister Agnes, this just isn't like you at all. Here I am back safe and sound. Can't you rebuke me just a little for old time's sake? Huh, I'm sorry, but I'm just so happy that I cannot help but... Sister. There is no reason to be so solemnly quiet. Well, everyone, to celebrate the return of our dear sister Margie and to express our joy to heaven, let us finish singing our hymn. Thank you and bless you all. Oh yes, sister, may I go upstairs? It's been so long, oh so long, so I want to have a look around up there too. Oh, but of course, dear. Don't even think of holding back from anything. Except for one thing. Never stay away so long like that again. I know you'd say that. Now that's the Agnes I know. Und jetzt singen sie weiter. Margie, I'm so glad. It's been a while since the last time I was here. Huh? Something wrong, Margie? Nothing. It's just... I guess I got a little emotional. Anyhow, take it easy for a while. You've put up with enough, okay? If you are trying to make me cry, you'll fail. Oh yes, I'll show Faye and Satan, Kitan, Zitan around our cathedral. Follow me. What a strong girl she is. It is obvious that she really wants to just break down and cry. Yeah, you're right. That's just the way she has always been. For all her talk, she understands her position well. Maybe there are a few things I could learn from her too. Dicey. We go up to the gallery on the second floor from here. Oh, wie ich das gehasst habe. Wenn man in sie reinrennt, bleibt sie stehen. Aber sie rennt nicht nach oben, sondern geht. Also muss ich jetzt langsam hinterher hergehen. Moment, ich kann doch so machen. No, das ist auch nicht sehr viel schneller. Ah, das Bild. Das finde ich bis heute immer wieder echt cool. Das Bild, das man gleich sieht und wofür es steht. Zu meiner Hochzeit hat ein Freund von mir das Bild gemalt und uns geschenkt. Meiner Frau und mir. How magnificent. Magnificent. If we ever got scolded for pranks as kids, Bart and I used to hide here. Hey, stop telling those old stories. It's embarrassing. But to me, Bart hasn't changed much since then. What? You mean that? You think I'm still a kid? Na, gleich sieht man's auch. I like the view from here the best. Yes, this is breathtaking. Gitarren geht jetzt voll ab. Der kriegt sich gar nicht mehr ein. Light from outside shining through the stained glass of the cathedral's front. What a brilliant piece of artistry this is. Did you notice that the two great angels only have one wing each? According to a legend handed down in Nisan, God could have created humans perfectly, but then humans would not have helped each other. So that is what these great single-winged angels symbolizes. In order to fly, they are dependent on one another. Das fand ich immer irgendwie echt cool. Oh, so that is the reason for it. I see. On further inspection, the left angel looks somewhat masculine, while the right one looks somewhat feminine. Now that is an unusual feature, is it not? Jetzt geht voll ab. Usually these depictions are not gender specific, but these angels are clearly distinguishable as having opposing genders. And the space between them is the path from where God advents? Or could it be the path leading to God? Well, I do not know. It could be either, or even both. Now I see. This all coincides with the teachings of Nissan. Faye schüttelt nur den Kopf. Why, Dr. Kitan Uzuki, you're an amusing fellow. Oh, excuse me. It is a habit of mine. The dog knows a lot about a lot of things. Sometimes I can't even understand what he's talking about. Ha! Forcing them to fly together would be less bothersome if they could fly on their own, don't you think, Faye? Yeah. But you missed the deeper meaning and beauty of it. Wollte ich gerade sagen. Someday I wish I could be of help to someone like that. Oh, we haven't visited the room of Sophia yet, have we? You're really supposed to go through some procedures before you can see it, but this time I think it will be alright if I make a special exception. Sophia? Yes, Sophia. She is revered as the founding mother of the Nissan nation and the founder of the Nissan religion who set forth its teachings. There is a special room upstairs that has a portrait of Mother Sophia in it. I would definitely like to view that. Faye, let us go have a look at it. Geht ganz schön weit nach oben. Ist ja fast wie Silent Hill 2. Für die, die das gespielt haben, wissen jetzt, was ich meine. Hoffe ich. Nur, dass es da nach unten geht. Ah. Kommt das jemandem bekannt vor? Was da? Das Fenster? Und auf dem Boden? Oh my. What an exquisite portrait. And the beautiful young lady portrayed is quite beyond comparison too. What is more, this looks rather familiar. What do you think, Faye? Yes, I was just thinking the same thing. The hair is a different color, but the atmosphere or personality about her is exactly the same. What? Hair color? What do you mean? What do I mean? Look! It's the girl I met in the forest. It's Ellie. I mean, there's something about her that's just like Ellie. You don't think so? Yes, now that you mention it, she does resemble Ellie. But that is not what I was talking about. I meant that the brush techniques and overall style used in this picture is similar to yours. Really? The fuck? Man sieht das. Hat das eine hohe Auflösung auf dem Emulator? Does it? First of all, I'm nowhere near as good as an artist. No, it is very similar to your style. But somehow I can sense an atmosphere of sadness in this picture. Weiß warum. She is smiling, but in a way gives the impression that she is anxious. Perhaps the picture is reflecting her inner self. Or perhaps it is the inner feeling of the artist being conveyed. Ah, if you look closely, you will notice that the painting is not completely finished. The artist put his brushes down when it was near completion. Why is that? I don't know, but my grandmother might have known about it. Oh, what if we ask Agnes? She may know something. Sehr seltsam alles. Dann fragen wir mal Agnes. Alright then, I'll be with Sister Agnes. Well, shall we head back to the town for now? Yes, all right. But this painting has caught my curiosity. Do you mind if I speak to Sister Agnes before we head back to town? Yeah, okay, we'll stop by her room on the way out. Lacan. Is something wrong, Faye? You look like you are daydreaming. Huh? No, it's nothing. Mann, hatte ich damals ein großes Fragezeichen über dem Kopf. Agnes, Agnes-chan. Da. I understand you were shown Sophia's portrait. The lady portrayed in that picture is Nissan's great founding mother. Some say that it was painted at least 500 years ago. 500 years ago? Now that is quite amazing. Personally, I find it intriguing. Do you have any historical material from that period? In our hands, there are no such records left intact. All records and materials concerning Sophia have been lost. The portrait is the only thing left. We, too, do not have much knowledge about her. That is too bad, so there really is nothing left at all. For someone who has helped Margaret, I would have loved to have shared them, but unfortunately I am unable to help here. Oh well, none the matter. Please don't worry about it, I was just inquiring. But it does seem somewhat strange. If such a majestic building as this survived in history, then it is likely a scroll or two would remain too. According to tradition, Sophia was present about 500 years ago. She sacrificed herself for the people and has been summoned to be with God. But that is all I can tell you. I see. So everything was lost in the darkness of history. I wonder what kind of person Sophia was. I would have loved to have met her. Dann gehen wir mal wieder runter. Ich glaube, hier sind wir jetzt fertig. Wo gehe ich jetzt überhaupt hin? Ich glaube, jetzt müsste eigentlich irgendwas kommen, oder? Ich muss zu einem bestimmten Gebäude gehen. Das kann auch sein. Könnte das hier gewesen sein. Mal gucken. Nee. Also da geht's noch hin, aber dann... da kommt von selber was. Young Master! The people of Nissan were most generous to allow us to rent this house, so there will be no need to seek lodgings at the inn for a while. Also, Master Sigurd wishes a word with you regarding your next move, if he may. Alright, so where is Sig? The good Master Sigurd is waiting for you inside. Okay, thanks, Mason. Whenever I come here, it always calms my heart. Anyway, young master, I want to work out what your plans are from here on. Alright, but before we do that, there is something I want to ask you. Me? Yeah. Oh. Uh-huh. Sig, what's up with you and that Gebel officer? What's the connection between you and him? You know, you sure know a lot about Gebel for some reason. Gitarren kommt rein. Nickt. Alright, I'll tell you. Me and Gitan here, we used to live in Solaris. Solaris? You mean where Gebel's from? That's right. Solaris calls foreigners lambs, so wie Ellie im Wald. They're used as manual labor. Basically, it's slavery. Slavery? Is that where you met him? Yes, it was there. We worked for the Solaris government for a short while. But we learned to dislike their methods and escaped the first chance we had. You were friends with these people? I met you when I was a kid, and we've been together ever since then, so this would have had to have happened even before then. I probably wouldn't have understood this if I had heard it earlier, but why didn't you think I could deal with it now? Surely you could have told me about this, especially when you had something to do with the people who are backing that Shakan idiot. I wish you had told me sooner. There's nothing I can do about that now. But there's one thing I want you to believe. We left Solaris on our own will, and for our own reasons. Now they have appeared before us. We can't just sit back and do nothing. If need be, I will give my life to stop them. Alright, I understand, but can you elaborate a little more?